Who's there? Opportunity. Opportunity who? Opportunity to live my life the way it was meant to be. Hi, my name is Penny Reagan. For many years, I didn't know how to love myself. I didn't know how to be happy. I didn't know how to do a lot of things. And one day, many years ago, I was standing outside admiring how beautiful the moon was and going around the moon and just wondering how many people were watching it that day when it had dawned on me that happiness was something that you found inside. No one could really make you happy, and it wasn't even right to expect anyone to make you happy. And for the first time, I was truly, genuinely happy, always smiling, always happy. And I also learned how to love myself. The problem was that I was married to a very abusive man who one day asked me, "Why are you happy all the time?" And I shared with him my newfound discovery. And he said, "Well, if I can't make you happy, I will make you miserable." And I thought, "You can't make me miserable. I choose my happiness." Well, sure enough, with long story short, he ended up bringing me into tears. I discovered then that if I was going to be happy, I'd have to leave this man. And I did. But during the time that I first learned how to love myself, I met the love of my life. Oh man, I'm telling you, that in love feeling is so wonderful. But it didn't take too long for me to realize that there were a lot of people that, for some unusual reason in my life, that didn't want to see me happy. They didn't like happy people. If I said, "Good morning, everybody, how are you doing?" they actually got mad at me, believe it or not. Because a lot of people, rather than to bring themselves up, prefer to bring people down. And then my happiness kept getting stolen. And then I was at one point afraid to be happy, and I knew that there was something missing, something I'm missing that's keeping me from being able to just enjoy life. At one time, my husband had retired early. He was quite a bit older than me, but you couldn't tell me looking at him. Anyways, and during this time, oh man, we were just out enjoying life. I mean, everything was wonderful. And even though we ran into some problems here and there, stuff life, we were able to make it through. We had each other. We finally moved out of that house that I really never felt comfortable in because it wasn't my house to begin with. Moved into a house that we were going to live there for us. He would have put it a couple of 3 years and rent this house, but it felt like a home. Everything was great. Everything was wonderful. And then 47 days after we moved in there, boom, my husband died, and I'm grieving. Believe me, I have never felt such pain. I've had people in my life pass away that, of course, created pain, but not like this. And I thought, maybe happiness is just not for me. For some reason, I'm not supposed to be happy. After a while, I had discovered that, my husband, who is my little doggy, Rendezvous, say hi, Rendezvous. Pets are a great thing to have, aren't they? Anyway, this is Rendezvous, Rhonda for short, her middle name Do, so it's Rendezvous Do. My husband thought that one up. Anyway, um, I kept thinking, anyways, in my journey of happiness and all this stuff, something was missing. There had to be something more. Well, you know what? I just recently found out is about the core foods. I mean, that's much more than what goes inside of you while you're eating this and eating that. Although that does make a difference. Too much sugar really will put you into depression. Believe me, as a sugar addict, I know this. But the core foods, you're talking about balancing your life. You're talking about your finances. You're talking about your career. You're talking about your relationships, all this stuff. And then it was like, click, that makes sense. Because even in my new found discovery of happiness, I didn't have all the core foods. I didn't have the balance in my life. And then so when I started to make that balance wheel, I discovered that my wheel, if you was to put it on a car, would go click, 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 clonk, click, 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 clonk, click, 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 clonk. You know what? I'm like, wow. No wonder I had difficulty holding on to this happiness that I know I'm lucky enough to know that you can be generally happy. Can't you, Rendezvous? Yes, you can be. So, anyways, basically, I am learning about these core foods. I am currently working on my life. I'm reading a wonderful book now, The Slow Down Diet, and I am so looking forward to what the future will bring. Yes, I'm going to have moments in my life that are not going to go well. But you know what? I know what? That no matter what happens in my life, I will make it through. And now that I've learned about the core foods and learning about balancing my life, I am so looking forward to the new adventures I'll be having. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Say bye, Ramiro. Bye bye.